Hello and good evening, and welcome back to another Unfiltered live stream. It has been a month and a half, maybe a month and three quarters since my last confession. My last stream. Um, so yeah, let's see if anybody turns up and what's going on. As always, though, I do have one friend who always comes to my aid. He's like the Robin to my Batman, which I know will upset him. Um, he, yeah, it's CutTheKragle.
I don't like that. No, I don't like that analogy. I'd rather be your Howling Mad Murdoch to your Mr. T. Or B, I should
Okay, yeah,
say.
fair enough.
Yeah, we'll go with that, I reckon.
Yeah,
That's actually quite a good way of our dynamic, because I'm mental and you build things.
This is very true, yeah. It takes a while for me to build things, but I get there in the end.
If I squint as well, and you kind of look a bit like B.A. Baracus as well.
yeah, just under the right light. Is this good enough? How are you doing, mate? You all right?
I am a lot better than what I have been. I think everyone knows now that I pretty much have been incapacitated for the best part of a month with COVID. It was my second time having it as well. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, but I'm feeling a lot better. Still not 100%, but I wasn't 100% to begin with because I was dealing with long COVID, and then I got COVID again. I should point out I have had my 3 vaccinations, so
that's good.
It is good, yeah. It's weird to describe it. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's not as bad the second time once you've been vaccinated," and that's true in a way. Like, it wasn't like the severe feeling of, "Oh my god, I'm dying," but it did just like stop me from doing anything because I was so exhausted. I was achy, and my sleep patterns were all over the place. And also, I had the worst cold, like head cold. It felt like.
Ooh, that's not nice. No.
Yeah, I didn't have like a head cold symptoms, the first time, but this one, I was very like all sort of nasal congested and stuff. It was horrible.
Yeah,
horrible with a capital O.
Well, it's good to hear that you're on the mend, not fully over it, but on the mend, getting better. Yeah. And you sound awesome. So,
oh well,
that's all you need, really, isn't it?
And how have you been? You've been flat out working, it seems.
Yeah, I've done a row of 7 weekends on the bounce, with the odd day off on a Monday or Tuesday, sometimes 2 days off.
Well, I remember 1 week you were expecting to have, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday off, and you got called into work, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the Tuesday after touring car, yeah. Or no, after BSB, I was expecting to have the Monday, Tuesday off. No, the Monday, Tuesday off because it was Bank Holiday Monday on Easter weekend.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday I had to go in because there was meeting about some stuff for one of the series we work with, and I was asked if I wanted to go or not, and I was like, no, I'm there. I want to be at that meeting. So I was like, yeah. Went in, which meant I didn't have a day off that week, so I was proper back to back that.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, and that week I ended up doing, I think it was close to 1,000 miles as well. Just a few places I went to that week. But anyway, we're here now.
Yes, we are.
We're in May, and we've got some people in the chat. So let's have a quick look and see who is in the chat, because this thing keeps scrolling. I'm not used to all this. Jacob's here, and he's telling everybody to stay calm. So, evening, Jacob.
Hello.
He's also said it's been way too long not hearing my voice. Well, I think you're about the only person who say that, apart from maybe Kragle. So
yeah, We did have a little catch-up call in the middle of this hiatus, didn't we? So
We did,
yeah,
but we've not just one. I would say. Did we have two or three? Because we had one the other night
we
as
had
well.
two. We had one big catch-up, and then we had another one. Then we were talking about one of the projects we're working on.
Yeah, that was it. Because the big one, we were on the phone for like 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah. It was good though. I came off and I felt a lot better, having been like pretty much in isolation, feeling pretty sorry for myself. It was good to have a catch up with a good friend.
No, that's it. It's always nice to have a chat with a good friend, even if it's a small one or a long one. I always feel better after talking to you, CutTheKragle.
What do you mean, small one or long one? Who have you been talking to?
I'm not saying anything. Just what I've heard.
From who?
Just saying, mate. Girls talk. But no, yes.
And you're the biggest girl of them all.
Speaking of girls, we also have Lady Sam B in the chat, obviously, as I would expect. So, evening, Lady Sam B. But wait, just one cotton picking minute there, CutTheKragle.
Yeah.
We have our infield reporter, Joe Chambers, live from Boise. So let's go down on the ground and see what Joe Chambers is up to at Mockfest.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah, we can hear you.
This is Joe Chambers reporting live from the field. It's a disaster here. There's blood everywhere. There's bodies. Oh, the humanity. How's it going, guys?
It's good, thanks, Joe. How are you, mate? You all right?
I'm doing fine. I'm exhausted.
I hate to say it, mate. You don't look it. You look proper pumped.
Oh, do I? That's caffeine and Adderall and cocaine. Wait, forget you heard that last one.
I'm a bit confused though. Like, where are you again? Because all I can see over your shoulder is that someone's made a very elaborate splint for that dog's penis.
I'm somewhere I should not be.
That is a lot.
Boise, Idaho.
Oh yeah.
That is a lot of brick.
There's a lot of brick there.
That is 60,000 bricks or so.
Blimey.
60,000 bricks. Oh,
hey.
What up, Scott?
They said hi.
Hello.
Thanks for your package, Scott.
What was that, Sam?
I said thanks for the package you sent me. I got it the other day.
He said thanks for your package. Thanks for showing him your. Oh no! He said thanks for your package.
Yes.
Okay.
As he sent on, that's CutTheKragle gotten his.
Have you gotten yours, CutTheKragle?
Yeah, I was going to say thank you for the parcel that you sent me. I'm a bit more
He said
careful.
thanks.
I expect some love.
Oh, what?
Tell CutTheKragle I expect some love.
He expects some love, CutTheKragle.
Oh, don't worry, the love is coming.
And oh, that sounds like a threat. Now Peter is around here somewhere, or maybe he left. I don't know. Anyway, I'm holding my laptop right now. Oops. But yeah, I just got in yesterday, set that all up. I stayed at Scott's house, and there's Scott's. You know, CutTheKragle, if you want to make fun of all my phallic symbols, that's Scott's 12-foot tall one. So.
Well, if you're going to do it, you might as well go all out, right?
Go all out, yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a 5-hour drive for me to go home, so.
Oh, it's just a regular commute then.
Yeah, sure. I don't think you know what desolation is until you've driven through southern Idaho. Just kidding. Idaho people, love your state. It's great.
Hey, how far's your car? You might need to run.
It's a few hundred feet out that way.
Oh,
I got a straight shot. I can just huff it on over there.
Next you'll be telling them the potatoes aren't that nice.
You know, growing up, I hated potatoes, actually. I know. I'm weird. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I haven't talked to you forever.
Yeah, doing good, mate. It's been a busy month for me, and Kraggle's been getting over the vid.
Yeah, I died, but I got better.
I got better.
I got better.
There. That is my only attempt at a British accent for you for the day is just quoting. Come on, what's that? Search for the Holy Grail. Yeah, Monty Python. Jeez. No, I'm serious. I'm dead. I didn't sleep well last night.
Oh yeah, Scott kept it with me.
Oh man, he plays death metal until like 3 a.m, bro. He's just
Rocking out the entire time. Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's not death.
No,
metal. That's just how old people take a shit.
So where's the blast beat coming from?
That's the impact ricochets on the ball.
Is that the plumbing?
Yeah.
It's the plumbing rebelling.
The guitar strings are the turds passing by the anal head.
Huh. I was gonna ask, is this a not safe for work stream?
Do you need to ask?
It's unfiltered.
Well,
Always unfiltered.
right. Unfiltered, yeah. We've got someone who normally watches our stream occasionally. Isaac. He never says hi, but he hops on occasionally, and he's over here. Yeah. I wouldn't say fan, more like. No, I'm just kidding. More, he watches the building bricks, DBTA, whatever it's called. I don't know what this is, Sam. What is
this? Is unfiltered. Unfiltered is my thing. Scott's thing is building together apart.
Okay.
And Kraggle's thing is just live streams because Kraggle's cool.
Okay.
He doesn't need it.
Okay.
We should call it unsorted because that's like.
Oh.
Yeah, that would work. Unsorted. Yeah. So I guess I should talk this up a little bit. This is Mock Fest out in Boise, Idaho. It's not as big as, say, Brick Slopes, which I usually go to in Salt Lake, but it is bigger than last year. And there are some pretty cool builds here. Maybe I'll take the laptop around and show you guys.
Cool.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So let's see if you guys can see it. All the little kids can see Unikitty right there.
Oh yeah.
And here's Scott's other stuff. He's got the space shuttle and all your NASA stuff you want. I don't know what's what. I know what your guys' interests are. I can take you over to what's his name, Peter's stuff. I thought this was really impressive.
Oh wow.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that. Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not into pirate ships and everything, but like this is, I'm really impressed with this one.
That's next level.
Yeah. It is really impressive. So this is titled European Train Station. I wanted your opinion as Europeans.
No, we're not Europeans. We're out of the EU now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys left you guys left that.
We left the continent as well. It's not as widely known, but
Yeah.
we detached ourselves.
Pushed ourselves further away.
Yeah, the UK just kind of, and then just kind of started floating away from the rest of Europe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the rest of Europe will probably improve of that. In all fairness.
These are awesome.
Yeah, these are all mechs. If you guys are interested in those, I don't know. But this is the one that I thought was really impressive. Even though I'm not a Batman fan. So there's Wayne Manor.
Okay,
and then
this is
under
gonna
it,
get Jacob nearly very hard.
Jacob, I can hear Jacob from here screaming, going, "Oh my word!"
Jacob just had an aneurysm. So I'm going to do the whole sexy pan across this whole thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Detail
Like, again, I'm not.
face.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Batman, but even I just go, yeah, that's.
I love
impressed
that mansion at the front as well. That for
yeah.
Is that a Rolls Royce there as well? Like,
I believe so.
that is gorgeous.
And yeah, and there's the Batwing. Yeah, this. I'm impressed all over myself with this one. This is there's even Bat Dog.
I only just noticed the lights in the back computer as well.
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, my build is still better, but you know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I can. Yes, it is.
You see this, guys? You see this? I get respect here.
Well, yeah, you get respect there, so we don't have to give you any.
Well, okay, Star Trek fans, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, some good old castles and whatnot. Oh, sorry. I was really impressed with this little Navy patrol boat.
Yeah,
Another good
cool.
one.
Love it.
This is definitely a great turnout compared to last year. Last year we had a good turnout, but this year it's getting like more Batman.
Wow.
Yeah.
That massive Ninjago city.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've incorporated the Chinese garden there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yep. I don't know if this is boring content for a Lego stream, but you know.
Wait, this is awesome.
This is the most Lego we've had on these streams.
Yeah.
I know, seriously. Whoops. There you go.
Oh, I love it.
I like that. That's very nice. Ooh, that is pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that Minas Tirith?
I think
It
it
looks
is,
a bit
mate.
like, yeah.
It just says Fantasy Castle.
It's very reminiscent of a sort of condensed Minas Tirith, you know, with the trolls on the door and stuff, and the tree in the courtyard. Although the tree would be white, I guess, but
Yeah.
I like it.
But still, yeah, I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
That one
Here's
looks like
Naboo.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
definitely that's
Deed
the
Palace.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
I see that.
That's very cool.
Yep. What are these called?
Biobicles.
I found him.
Bionicles.
And of course, there's Peter. Sorry, I'm on headphones, so it's like I was like,
It's better that I can't hear
we're starting. Where is Peter all of a sudden? Yeah, so here's Peter's. Whoops, hold on. This was really hard to do with a laptop, by the way.
We appreciate your effort, Joe. You're doing fantastic, mate.
But yeah, next time maybe prepare a little bit better than this because you know you're.
Hey, you know what, Kragle? I'm gonna have to ask you to shut up. So this is Peter's Space Time Brick Studio, his Boise cityscape. He has officially made a kit, and they are for sale.
Oh,
Get yourself a little piece of Boise, you know. Yes, he's like, yes, please. And I've seen this one a few times, but yeah, big Black Widow spider, and of course Snoopy.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, we won't go over the things. Those are Lego. Those are Lego things. We don't associate with those. This is what I like to call. What is this? It's just a giant cylinder of Lego.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah. And then of course we have the obligatory and well-made cityscape. So I'll just do like a pan across it, and you guys say stop if you see anything you want to look at closer. Is that a good angle? Or this is
Perfect.
really bad with a laptop. I don't want to guess.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
some of this is amazing.
See, I would love to do stuff like this, except my brain is, as Kragle would say, on phallic symbols. So
There's a fair few modulars I can see there. Oh, and there was the Sanctum Sanctorium as well.
yeah, and there's like a little alien in the middle of it.
Sesame Street.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Oh yeah, there it is, the strange house.
Oh, there's two
It
Sanctum
looks like,
Yeah.
what was that? Anyway, so like, those are, oh yes. And again, speaking of obligatory, we have the obligatory great ball contraption.
Oh,
Hi everyone.
yeah. Everybody loves balls. I mean, great balls.
What?
I mean, yeah, no, just gonna stop there.
Yeah. There's the one I care about. Yeah. Anyway, so the thing I really like about Mockfest is it's small. It feels small. It's very I don't know. Last year I came to this and got to know a few people, and it was really fun. And I'm glad to be back here, and I'm glad to be at Mockfest. Wouldn't say I'm glad to be in it. Nope, I'm not going to say that. And then finally, a really good Hawk scene.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. I mean, I love the AT-AT right there.
That's so cool how they've got it mid crashing as well.
Yeah. And the snow speeder above it.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been taking. Yeah, let's go over here to Echo Base.
Where
really
is the booby cannon? I want to see a booby cannon.
Oh, you mean the ion cannon, Kragle?
The booby cannon.
It's not there.
Oh,
I don't know what this is, though.
that is the SS Britannia.
Britannia, huh? It
Yeah.
says Titanic.
Oh no, that's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
And these
it's got
are
one of those
a
rocket
couple
boosters.
losers doing. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It's Sam from England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam.
Oh, is that a Spirited Away brickhead I saw?
Yes. Right there.
Oh.
Spirited Away, Brickhead, the Spirited Away Forest. I've never seen Spirited Away, but I've been told it's good.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
And then this is someone's midlife crisis right here. They've got to be literally insane to have made
Like
this.
midlife, you're only about 30-something, aren't you?
I'm 39, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I forgot you old.
Oh, look at that Skylab.
Yeah. So that's my monstrosity. 60,000 bricks or so.
So when are you going to finish the pyramid at the bottom?
What do you mean? Why? What? Don't suggest I make anything else on this, Kragle. Don't do it.
You need a
I've
big
got-
long ramp now, mate. You need to be able
Yeah.
to move it from the VAB up the ramp. You
I
do.
don't know.
No.
Where's your Return of the Jedi build that you were on about?
Okay, so do you see that Skylab back there? Me sending that to Scott Manley I still have 26 kits I need to put together in the next 2.5 weeks.
Ouch.
That build is off the table for the year.
So I would say that sending it to Scott Manley was a good idea.
I don't know. It has literally consumed everything I'm doing. Like it's like Scott Bowman here. He was like, man, should I send him a Saturn V? I'm like, maybe not, bud. Maybe not. It destroyed me.
The difference is though, Scott's Saturn V is small, but has got a fairly common.
Yeah, and he has a whole supply chain going. So unlike mine, where I literally have to source all the parts myself. I don't know. I might try to figure out a more efficient way of doing it so I could sell more, but it's just so time consuming. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Joe, this has been enlightening. An enlightening half hour of Lego. This is completely crazy, uncalled for, and
crazy and uncalled for. Sounds like my life.
I mean, if you said I do, then really, I would say that it is called for.
Oh, yeah, it's I don't know. I really do love coming to these, but also like I'm exhausted. I am already exhausted. Did you want to hop in, or you can't?
Say hi.
I'm on headphones. That's all. But like, if you want to, anyway. It's Peter again.
Yeah, just saying hi again.
hi, hello.
Hello.
They both said hi, hello.
I know. You want to share headphones?
Yeah, let's share headphones, buddy. You just bring up a chair right here.
That's a surefire way to an ear infection.
To an ear infection. Hold on, let's see if we can.
I was thinking something else, but ear infection's good.
Let's go. Okay, we're gonna try this because I tried it before. Okay, testing. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear you.
yeah, there we go.
But it's gonna be really hard to hear them.
I can hear them, though.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk.
And then I'm gonna.
So no one can hear me.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you, unfortunately. Is that what you said?
No comment on that one.
I can't.
So this year's going really well. We've had 300 people in the first hour. And
Really?
we had a total of 700 for the whole weekend last year.
Wow, that's very
Yeah.
good.
It's going to be a big show.
Yeah, that's excellent news.
And I'm intending on taking home all the prizes again this year.
You've been disqualified. You can't bring the same thing 2 years in a row.
Really? Why didn't anybody tell me that?
I don't know. I'm joking. I don't
Okay.
know.
Just change one brick and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
What was that?
change one brick.
Change? No, I did. I changed it a bunch.
Oh,
I made
okay.
it bigger.
Oh, yeah, that was to the right last year.
Yeah. It's a little different. So, besides obviously my build and your stuff, what is your favorite thing here? If it's what I think it is,
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Wayne Manor over there.
That's pretty good. I didn't get a good look at it yet.
It's again, I'm not a big fan of Batman, but it's really super impressive. I don't know the pirate ship guys. I don't know.
And then
We like the pirate
from an art
ship, or at least I
standpoint,
do.
I like that column with the brick bending. I don't know if you showed that to that.
Yeah, I did. Can you even? Oh yeah, back there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I know, a lot of good variety. So we grew our table space a lot this year, but not as many builders as we wanted. So we're it looks a little thin.
Huh.
So I think we're gonna have to try and get some more builders next year.
Oh, Joe, you could have taken the Black Arrow.
Oh, you know, I was thinking about bringing the Black Arrow, but then I'm like, nah. Why would I do that?
I mean, what's one more dog's penis, right?
Yeah. People would be like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's something the British made." And we're in Idaho, so they'd be like,
It's
"You're
called the
British?
Black Arrow, but it's not even black.
Those Europeans." And I'd be like, "No, they left the EU.
They left the whole continent.
We were joking to that before. It's like they strapped an outboard motor to it, and just all of the UK is going."
No, we just trimmed my anal hair, made some rope, and put it around sea turtles, and they just carved us off.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I actually ran down to the corner store and just picked up an overpriced Bluetooth headset because I couldn't hear them.
Oh, you literally went to the store just to get headphones?
Just down to the gas station, it's like
Oh, you did not have to do that, mate.
We have those in Idaho.
yeah, gas stations.
Yeah.
They just recently got gas stations here in Idaho. They're brand new.
It's to fill something up called an automobile.
This is where they start telling us that the British invented the automobile or automobile or something like that.
I'm not going to comment on that.
They've definitely invented the lorry, though.
The lorry? What is a lorry?
I mean, not being funny, but we pretty much invented America as well.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, we very much appreciate that. It's also, how would we have won World War I without waves and waves of disposable bricks, just being mowed down by machine guns? We have you to thank for that.
Wow.
We know what we're doing, you see. We know what we're about.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, one sec. I wanted to see if Jacob Neely.
He did. He gasped.
He gasped.
He had a very big gasp.
Gasp.
And then,
Sorry, Jacob. Maybe I'm not crying you. Jacob, are you alive? Did you have an aneurysm? Are you still with us, buddy? Who invented coffee? Who did
He's
invent
still around.
coffee?
He's all right.
Was it the Aztec or the Mayan or the?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. It's getting warm in here.
It is.
Jeez. I should have
Right.
worn that.
You need to get some ventilation.
Yeah.
So
We'll let you guys
next week
go
we'll
then
have
and
air
get some
conditioning
fresh
on.
air.
What was that? What was that, Sam?
We'll let you guys go and grab some fresh air then and cool off, because obviously you look a little flustered there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm feeling sweaty, man.
You brought several pairs of clothes, right? Changes.
No,
No.
I just want these clothes. That's
so you're
all.
gonna make Scott do laundry tonight?
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to step out. I might come back and say hi again, but you two don't make out or anything.
No promises.
I gotta get back to work.
Too late.
Someone's gotta make a video.
Someone's got to make a video. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I'm literally about to pass out. I'm
Go
overheating.
Go get some water and chill out for a few moments. Catch you in a bit,
Okay.
Joe.
I'll be back, guys.
See you in a bit. Well, that was Joe Chambers reporting live from Mockfest in Boise. For those of you who are regular viewers, I apologise that you've had to endure 34 minutes of Lego on a Lego stream.
Right?
I mean, don't get me wrong, content filling.
Yeah. I don't do now. We had so much. actual Lego on the Lego stream, that I'm kind of I'm bewildered.
Hang on a second. I've got something that will bring us back down to earth.
Oh.
Jacob's comment.
Oh, I said he would get hard over it, so you know.
Yep. There you go. That's what we're about here. That I'm not gonna lie. Some of those builds are really, really cool. That pirate ship was really awesome.
Yeah.
Did get a little bit excited by that, and I hate to say it, I did get a little bit excited by that Wayne Manor as well. That detailing on that rock face was just.
Why do you hate to say it?
I don't know. It's Batman. I like the building, the manor, and the Batman stuff was just like, oh yeah, well, Batman. Suppose like the Star Wars stuff though. I'm like, I want the Falcon, but it's been done about 8 times, or 3 times they've done a UCS version, haven't they, or something? 2,
something like that, yeah.
And you're just like, keeps stuff like the regular themes keep getting done over again and again.
Yeah.
Which probably brings us on to a little bit of more Lego news.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure you've seen this. Well, I know you've seen this. But
what have I seen?
Surely you've seen this.
Seen what?
Let me share my screen. Share.
Well, share it then. Stop talking about sharing it and share it.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now,
my video top 10 Lego themes that will never get made has not aged very well now, is it?
Not really, mate. Not really.
No. I did say that if they did ever make a deal, then it would sell really well.
Yeah, so. And I think this will sell really well. I mean, I can quite clearly see that some of these bits are stickers straight away. Which
I know. This is blatantly aimed more at the adult market with that price tag, and the fact that it's based on the original, G1 design of Optimus Prime.
Yes, yeah.
So why has it got stickers on there? I cannot deal with Lego's insistence on putting stickers in sets that they know are aimed more at adult fans. It's ridiculous.
No, I completely agree, because this is. I know a lot of people.
Anything over 100 should have printed pieces.
I'd back that.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's how I feel.
If you're putting the money towards it, do it right.
Yeah, when you've got smaller companies, like freaking Mega Constructs, put in, printed pieces. I mean, they even make new molds, I know, which I wouldn't want new molds all the time. Part of the reason I like Lego is the fact that, yes, it's exciting when they get a new mold, but it's also really great when they use a piece that you wouldn't have thought would be used in a certain way. That's what I love about it. But printed pieces, they could definitely do, and they just don't, because they don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you on that one.
It's cost cutting. That's all it is. There's no other explanation for it.
No, and if anybody from Lego wants to come on here and tell us differently, feel free to. But it's never going to happen, so let's not worry about it. The one thing I will give them props for, or rather the designer I should give props to, is the ability to move this from his standing upright position to his configuration as a truck without necessarily removing a single brick.
Yeah, and that's why you don't have to rebuild it. It will actually transform.
Yeah.
That is genius. And that's absolutely what you want from a Lego Transformer set,
Exactly. And whoever the designer is for this one, whichever one of the Lego designers designed this, or if they've had input from fans or whatever, fair play, because that's what we all want.
Yeah.
That is it. Now, if you could just bring us more, that'd be great. Don't let this just be a one-off of Transformers in Lego. Please do more. There are so many more avenues and so many more characters you can do.
Bumblebee will be a big one.
That would sell like nothing else. You know, that would go ridiculously quickly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Please, Lego. Hear us on this tiny little stream from the middle of nowhere.
Here are
More
please.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's coming 1st of June. I'm not going to do Lego's job of telling you to pre-order it, but I would if you get that option.
Can we
I don't
pre-order
know
it?
if
I didn't even think it was able to pre-order in UK.
No, I don't think it's probably not going to be. But just make sure you're awake at midnight on the 1st of June. Make sure you get one. Because it's going to be like the DeLorean. It's going to be gone and then it's going to be on back order.
Have you not got your DeLorean yet?
No.
Well.
But in the meantime, this is actually one I want. Sounds daft, but I quite like this.
Oh, do you know what's funny about it? I've seen about 3 or 4 videos on this, and they all like they're preempting me kicking off again. They're like, scholars nowadays actually believe that it wasn't a slave labor force that built the pyramids, but people that were actually paid in housing.
Oh. It's like they saw you coming a mile off, Kragle.
Yeah. I always loved it, having been married to an archaeologist and knowing a fair few historians and stuff. It's funny that people seem to think that the most publicized theory is the correct one. It's not always the case. I mean, the other thing is that in ancient Egypt, from what we have in terms of text and stuff and records that we can that are available, is that their definition of slaves were different to ours in some ways. It wasn't just one tier of slavery. They had like 3 tiers of, I guess the best kind, if you can have a best slave, were basically kind of like they were paid, were housed and stuff. They weren't officially owned on paper, but they had no other option than to work or die, basically. If they didn't work, then they wouldn't be able to live. They couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't do anything else. They had no choices in life, which is funny. Whilst we look historically, go, well, that's not slavery. That's just like a poor workforce. If you were to say that nowadays, in terms of modern terms, it would count as modern day slavery. So
it would indeed, yeah.
Yeah. So it is a gorgeous looking set, though.
No, that's it. It's a gorgeous looking set. And, it's either the home of the Stargate, knowing full well that you could bury a Stargate underneath it, just saying.
Would you prefer it to have been based on how it is now, with the more traditional sort of orangey, sandy colour?
Do you know what? Probably, yeah. Because whilst I do like the whole river, the little river and the foliage at the side of the lake, the side of the river and everything like that, I would have probably preferred it to look a little bit more like this.
Yeah.
But
isn't it interesting how they've gone the other way? Like with the Colosseum, they did it as modern day, and they try to make out they would distance themselves from the fact that the Colosseum was a place of religious and racial persecution, and also people persecuted just on their level of wealth as well, the poor and stuff like that. There was murders there, executions. There's things about not gladiators the fights weren't always to the death. People definitely were killed in the Colosseum for the amusement of others. So they did it as like, a modern thing, saying that it's more of a historical landmark and a piece of architecture rather than, what it was originally built for and used for. But of course, then they had the whole controversy, which we talked about before, where they introduced the set with a little, VT of a Roman gladiator getting ready for battle, talking about how the glory of Rome was going to last, for 1,000 years and, would never be forgotten and stuff. Again, that the Roman Empire, enslaved and butchered thousands upon thousands of people. But, it's okay because it happened a long time ago. But anyway, the build-wise, they distanced themselves from that. With this one, they've literally gone back in time and based it like almost as if it was brand new and just built.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or even, one thing I do think is quite clever, if you take the outer casing off, you can have it sort of as a work in progress.
Yeah, like this, with this bit. Or this bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. We also have our reporter in the field back with us.
Oh, hello.
Joe Chambers is back.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Good. Cooled down a little bit. So, sorry, this is the first time I'm seeing this. This is a new set.
Yes. Yeah, this is the Great Pyramid of Giza set that's coming out the 1st of June.
When did they announce this?
Oh, what, 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay. I've literally been spending all my spare time getting this thing ready to go. So like,
Don't lie, Joe. We know you have no spare time.
you're right. I don't.
If you don't know about this one, then do you know about this one?
I've heard little bits and pieces of it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, he transforms without moving a single brick, mate.
Hasbro's getting a bunch more licensing dollars.
I mean,
that's for sure.
Define move, because the fact that he is in a different position means the bricks will move across space.
Remove.
Without removing.
Huh. Yeah, I'm wondering how they.
Yeah, we're just.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to do that.
I don't know, but whoever the designer is, he needs a pat on the back because there's some brilliance, that is.
Yeah, you'd think Lego and Transformers would go together perfectly well. Like this should have happened a long time ago.
It's the fact that Hasbro, who own Transformers, are basically Lego's biggest rival. And they have a lot of bad blood because when Lego almost went bankrupt, they actually went to Hasbro and were like, "Would you like to buy us? Give us a serious offer." And Hasbro kind of went, "No, we'd rather see you go under than sort of buy you. We'll let you go under and then we'll buy you." So yeah.
When was this?
This was years ago. When Lego almost went bust, I think in the early noughties, I think it was.
Really?
It might even been before that. It might be the first time. Just about twice they've almost gone. There was once before they started doing licensing sets in the 90s, and then again around the mid noughties, where there was a year where there was like no new Harry Potter films out, no new Star Wars films out, and they were relying on both of these licenses to sort of prop up their sales. And they almost went bankrupt.
Wow.
Well, how are they? Wow.
Yeah,
I would think that Lego is huge now.
Bionicle, I think, was the thing that actually saved them. That's why a lot of people a lot of big fond memories of Bionicle because it was the theme that saved Lego. Huh. If you go to Lego House at all, they even talk about it actually as well.
Are they still making new Bionicle stuff? Because I'm no. Okay.
There's a whole fan base that wants to come back. So.
I mean, I was never even interested slightly in Bionicle at all. But
no, it was during my dark age.
I was when I was a kid because it was that prime time when I was like getting into proper stuff like that, and I think I had the original set of like 5 or 6 of them. But I have no idea where they are now. I mean, they'd be worth money now if I knew where they were, but I have no idea where they are.
I just my biggest experience with Bionicle is like going to like bricks and minifigs to sort through their bowl, and they like mix a lot of the Technic pieces in with like just huge buckets of old Bionicle parts. So I'm just like, what the heck is this? What the hell? No. Glow in the dark? What? You know.
Whoa, come on! Some glow in the dark stuff is cool.
It is. It's pretty cool. If you're 5. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
all the dark stuff.
Hold on one second, guys. No, you're good. This.
So whilst Joe talks to his many fans, his adoring community, about his large phallic-shaped symbol, and I can say all this because I'm on headphones.
People are yelling at me.
It's all right, Joe. We know you're a celebrity. It's fine.
I'm waiting for someone to go like, "Hey, you're the guy that built the Skylab thing on that Scott Manley did." No one has.
I mean, I think it's more like
Are you that guy that built Skylab that Scott Manley made on his channel?
Stop it, Peter.
No.
No, I think it's more likely someone will go, "Hey, aren't you Iceman from X-Men?"
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
It's you. You bring the heat over here. No.
Well, it's your own fault for letting him sit on your lap.
Testing. Yeah. He said it's my fault for letting you come over here and sit on my lap.
I know it's a small room, guys, but you don't need to be that close.
Yeah. So this is really cool. Are you guys familiar with these things? Because I'm not. This is called a camera.
Yes.
No. Like this. Oh my! You can control it. Okay, that is officially the coolest thing. Where did Sam go? Oh no, we lost him.
I don't know. I think he got. They don't have cameras in Britain.
Oh.
It's some sort of witchcraft.
Some sort of. What is this?
No, that's the Amish.
Yeah. Are you still there, Kragle?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
I just can't hear anything. Like,
The stream is over.
it is?
I think Sam has died. Either that or he's gone for a shit.
You can keep it on headset.
Oh. I can't hear anything.
Sam, where have you gone, man?
I was trying to find a camera, but
Oh, we don't have those in the UK.
I must have left it on the tripod in the bedroom.
Oh,
I did
what
bring
would
a
you do in the
super system
bedroom?
for Scott to use to make announcements. We should
Making
plug
some
into
home
that.
movies, were you?
Okay, guys. Peter just had a great idea. We're going to plug you into the PA system so that everybody here, all these kids and everyone, can just all hear us telling dick jokes and whatnot.
Oh, so basically plug me in and I can shout out Joe Chambers as a pedophile. It's okay. They won't
understand what a pedophile is because that's not how you pronounce it. Peter.
Yeah, that's not how you pronounce it.
Okay.
That's what the Americans say to the British about their own language.
Okay. Okay, sorry, say that again.
The Americans tell the British that's not how they pronounce it with our own language.
Which is hilarious because every time there's an argument over it, that's not how you pronounce it. I mean,
I'm Welsh anyway, so I think Sam has the authority.
yeah, but he's poorly educated, so he doesn't speak well anyway.
He's not poorly educated. Have you heard him speak?
Poorly educated.
He's an officer and a gentleman.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Wait,
the one in the raffle.
What is your
Oh, we
degree
did,
in,
yeah.
bud?
So I think it'd be part of that.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you have a BS, huh?
Got the upper jaw.
Don't need a degree to be an
Built the
engineer.
T-Rex first, or you
Just
guys
saying.
built the car, and then
Yeah,
the T-Rex,
yeah.
and then the base.
Wait, I could have been an engineer without going back to school? Wait, what?
I think it's
Look.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, and then isn't the second car is built?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
No degree.
Just
No degree.
Right.
not enough pieces to build it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. So, did you tell Kragle the cool news who I work for now?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he does.
I didn't want to ruin your surprise. It's your news.
Okay, so my division of Lockheed Martin just got transferred over to a different division. So technically now, without doing anything, I work for Skunk Works. I officially work for Skunk Works.
Is that a different dark orange than the?
I don't know if you know what. Uh-oh. I think we lost
I don't know
Brett.
what that is, but it sounds like that job stinks.
Yeah, it just looks much darker.
Yeah, it does. No, they're the division of Lockheed Martin that like developed the SR-71, the F-35, the F-22. It's like their cool elite. I don't know what to call them. Sam, help me out here.
They make stuff like this. Man.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
they make stuff like that.
They make
And we-
cool stuff you can't see.
Yeah, except what we make is little four engine drones that you can stick in a backpack. Ooh.
None of these aircraft exist, by the way.
Oh dear. Okay. Well,
No.
I hate to keep popping in and out, but I do have to go. I just want to pop back in and say thanks for letting me stop by. Peter, you want to?
Yeah, thanks for letting me hijack.
No, nice to see you both again.
Yeah, you too.
I'll watch this back later to see all the horrible things.
All the horrible things we said about you. Yeah. Don't worry. It was a lot. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you next time, Joe. Have a good time. Enjoy
I
yourself.
will. I will. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's our that's the Boise Mockfest. If you are in Boise or around Boise, head on down and go see some Lego. There's some cool stuff there. Some very cool stuff. Anyway, back in the room, back in the UK. I don't know where we were now. We've been talking about Lego for like 58 minutes, man.
I know, and I feel like at the risk, I kind of want to share something that I've been working on.
Do you?
I kind of do.
Well, do you know what? Let's go for it. Let's see if we can take this Lego theme over an hour.
Okay, let's do it then. Okay.
Go on,
Let's see.
CutTheKragle. The floor is yours. All right, I'm adding this to stream. All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh Kraggle. Oh. I know what this is.
Yeah, you do.
Does anybody in the chat know? Come on, chat.
I mean, they might know the characters. They don't know what this is for, but
Well, they might not know what it's for, but they would know. Hopefully, they'll know the theme,
yeah.
which is where I'm going with this question. So hopefully, chat knows the theme. Anyone? That's always depressing, isn't it? You just sit there and go, "Does anybody
Jacob
know
says
the theme?"
no idea, which just hurts me immensely.
considering you've already done one video on this as well.
Yeah. So these are some Scooby-Doo characters, some classic villains from the original Scooby-Doo Where Are You show. On the left, we have the Charlie the Funland robot.
Yep.
Then in the middle, we have the ghost of Redbeard's ghost.
Yep.
Not Redbeard, the Lego minifigure from Lego Pirates, but Redbeard's ghost from Scooby-Doo. And then on the right, we have Minor 49er. I gotta be honest, I'm pretty tempted to leave his minifig face blank. Because I don't know if you remember, but Minor 49er didn't have any features. It was just a hat and then a beard.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He just had the beard, didn't he?
There's one shot where he has surprised eyes, and everyone says it's so weird and jarring with the rest of the episode where he doesn't. He has no eyes.
Yeah, you're right. Because in oh yeah, there's one shot.
Yeah.
Right
before he gets captured. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it looked. I think it would look better without.
It's quite eerie, isn't it? Without it.
Yeah.
I've also given him a pickaxe, which he didn't have any weapons in that episode. But when they've done later on, they've also, they've given him a pickaxe even.
And he was in Scooby-Doo too, wasn't
he? Yeah, they had a lot of the classic villains sort of represented in that one.
Yeah.
And whilst we've been on the stream, I've been experimenting. This has no prints. I'm just getting an idea of colours and possible part usage. But I've started mocking up the creeper.
I thought I saw a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now, the Harry Potter hairpiece, I think, is probably the best one for the creeper's hair, but it doesn't come in dark brown.
No, mate, that works really well.
Yeah. Oh, I'll also quickly just show you under Minor 49er's beard. He has got a bit more design there.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah,
looking awesome. Even just on a
I definitely like
level.
Yeah, I definitely like Charlie and Redbeard's ghost. It was difficult because that beard piece is probably the best one Lego do. Because his beard, he doesn't have a mustache around it. It's just under the chin.
Yes, yeah, it is, yeah.
But yeah, so I've done that and I'll try to get the printing all lined up and stuff. Funny enough, though, they actually did the design for Charlie the Funland robot in Lego Dimensions. He pops up in the Scooby-Doo level. You can't play him.
Okay.
There's an NPC in it. And he does little robot dances afterwards before he disappears.
Oh. I think this is the thing I've missed out on with not playing Dimensions that much.
Yeah. I remember when I saw him, I was like, I was really excited because I thought they were going to have more of the classic characters in there, but they only had him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, shall I say what these are for? Should we keep that under our hats for now? Or?
It's entirely up to you, mate. Entirely up to you. If you want to say what it's for, you go for it. Just depends if you want to keep something a surprise or.
Yeah, let's keep it a surprise what these exactly are for now.
You know, maybe save that for one of your streams.
Yeah, if I ever stream again. It's been a while.
I'm sure you will, mate.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, I am thinking about doing a members-only stream tomorrow, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I haven't put anything up yet, because I'm not sure what's happening exactly tomorrow. There's some stuff with the family that's up in the air, so...
I know that feeling. I've got some things with a couple of mates of mine that are a bit up in the air at the moment. We said on Monday, yeah, well, all of us, including the missuses, will get together on Sunday, and we're all like, so what are we doing tomorrow? You know, you're just like, what are we doing? Yeah. We're all free, but
So basically, you're gonna put your car keys in that fishbowl, right?
It's probably going to be the best idea at the moment.
Well, make sure you don't get your hand stuck in the bowl. That's all I say. Because that means you gotta go with everyone, then.
Wouldn't be
And
the first time.
It don't half make you sore.
Talking from experience, are you, Craggle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Carpet burns, man. They never really heal, do they?
No. It's always in here. Can I show something off? Why am I asking if I can show something off? It's my stream.
I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Panda, how's it going?
Hello to Pandemonious Panda.
Hello.
It's going all right. It's going all right. And I'm just about to show off something I'm working off that we've talked a lot about on this stream. Well, not today, but previously. And it's something both me and Kragle have worked on, but mainly Kragle. I'm in the process, easy, of building the dirt farm.
Ooh.
That Kragle designed for his run of Ghostbuster Afterlife sets he'd like to see, or his custom mocks. And well, this ain't digital no more, mate. This is this is real.
That's crazy. I haven't even built it myself yet. Only digitally, I'm still gathering parts for it. It's quite weird.
It's coming along quite nicely, mate.
It's so eerie seeing something that you've designed having been built by someone else. The roof looks a bit wonky. Is that because you're missing some bricks? Is it?
It's because I'm missing some bricks and because the other parts here, which all props it up. But I also think there's not enough in there to keep it upright. So
no, I meant the sort of second floor. It looks like it's higher on one side than the other.
Oh yeah, totally. That's because it's all over the place. Because I've had to put my own 1x8 yellows in there at the moment to support the floor. But it's all a bit skew-iff at the moment because
that's the thing, isn't it? When you're building something, you get parts off Bricklink. Yeah.
But no, mate, this has been a joy to build.
Oh, thank you.
And because I keep them close by, I'm quite happy to say these things will look awesome right next to it in a display cabinet. And mate, I'm not even taking them out. I'm so afraid of taking them out and going, but these are originals. These are awesome. They're just gonna...
Do you want to show everyone the number you got?
The number?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to upset everybody, but of
oh,
is he going to show it?
Tilt it more towards us. No, I didn't want to show it.
Oh, it had there.
Oh, there you go. There.
Number 1 of 25.
Yeah.
For all 3 of them. I was honoured and privileged to receive those the other week, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the entire thing to be built to put them next to it now.
Yeah.
I really can't. It's going to be so awesome. But yeah, I'm just a little bit excited about Ghostbusters at the moment. Yeah, it's a really good build, and like I said before, I'm going through it using the instructions obviously we've made, and I do question myself sometimes as to what I was thinking the day I put a step in a particular place. But at the end of the day, that's only going to make it better.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really hope that some of the other people who've bought the instructions do get around to building this thing and actually showing us what they built.
You
Because
said
that's the
that.
thing, right? I've sold all these instructions, not just for the Dirt Farm, but for Stargate, the TARDIS, and Black Arrow. I've not seen a single picture of anybody who's actually built it.
I built the TARDIS.
Well, that's different.
Yeah. No,
That's
I know what you mean. On my Etsy store, which currently has no listings at the moment, a couple of the reviews on there put photographs of the minifigures, and obviously people have been sharing on Instagram as well, which is it's really cool when you see someone that has the thing that you sold.
Yeah, this is it.
So,
I love getting the
you
emails
created.
and all that for people to help out and all that. But I really, really, really do want to see
Someone build it.
someone build it and how they've got on. And
Didn't you say there was a father and son that bought the Dirt Farm and the TARDIS instructions or something, and they said they were going to send you some photos?
it was the Stargate. They bought the Stargate
Stargate, sorry.
instructions, and they pointed out a bit where my part usage was a little bit incorrect.
Yeah, you just used two versions of the same part, basically, didn't you?
Yeah, stupidly.
I mean, there was nothing that was going to break the model. I mean, it doesn't work. It just means that it would be easier to order the same version, you know.
Correct, and I corrected that, and they were more than happy. And they said that after they've built it, they're going to get the TARDIS and the Dirt Farm instructions.
Nice.
Which I was very excited about because first of all, the TARDIS is a beast.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I have mine. I shouldn't say mine. I should say ours because it's mine and the missus. Behind me, and it's both Beauty and the Beast.
It's a lovely sight, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I miss it, but I'm getting to build it again. So with new parts, so like, well,
Have you got the parts yet? Because you said they were going up in value. Oh, no. I mean,
No,
there
but-
are rumors as well that I've heard whisperings that there's going to be some Doctor Who life-size sonic screwdriver instructions going to appear someday on your Etsy store.
I thought you were going to say from Lego. Then I was there going, what? They must have got my idea. No, you are right. Where was I? I think I was testing my 11 screwdriver again because it's the most. Because I'm trying to be clever with it, it is a bit delicate. But
and you said you want to release the three of them together.
Ideally, yeah. But I could. I am ready to go with
War Doctor.
The War Doctor and 10.
I still feel like you should do one of the classic ones. Like, is it 4 that has like the circle on top? So I know the missus loves the fourth Doctor sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, I do want one of those. I think I started it. Did I start it?
I swear you did.
Because it's all very similar design stuff between the War Doctors and everybody else's.
War Doctors, I think, was designed retroactively to be a bridge between the 9th and 10th Doctors, the sort of new Who sonic screwdriver and the classic era screwdrivers,
Yeah. Let me have a look in my folder. There's a file.
There's a file? Ooh.
What does the file mean? Is there anything in it?
Basically, it means when you desecrate or ruin something.
I do that a lot.
You said that, didn't you? You said, what does the file mean?
Yes, yeah, no.
Sorry, that was a bit too highbrow, that humor for this audience, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have something. do have something.
Cool. You've got a lot of projects on the go at the moment, though. Bless you.
Yeah, I have. Because obviously I've got something we're working on,
Yes.
which don't want to really talk about too much at the moment.
No, hopefully this time next week there'll be some sort of announcement, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. And then, what else have I got going on?
Full Rocket Ajax, or
Well, that's kind of hit a stalling point because obviously I asked Joe to look at the support for it. So until Joe's got a chance to look at it, I don't really want to do much more on it because I might affect or the stand might affect any changes else I want to make, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
But I think Joe's work on a stand could help out and make it better. I've got some other bits that I'm working on in the back. I've got my Pandorica. I really want to finish that and actually build that because I think that'd be cool. And now I've actually got 2 Matt Smith minifigures. I can put Matt Smith in the Pandorica, which is important.
Oh yeah, you do have 2, don't you? Because you have the official one now.
No, I have 3.
Oh, you have 3 now, then.
Yeah, because I bought.
You got the minifix.me one, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the minifigs.me one, and I got the one in the Lego Doctor Who set that I got for my birthday.
Yeah.
But then I bought one from the Lego Doctor Who set off Bricklink for like £6 because I thought I would never be able to get that set. So I was like, as long as I've got the minifigure, I can put him in the Pandorica and sit him down. But now I've got plenty. So I got more Matt Smiths than Matt Smith has.
I don't know where all my Doctor Who minifigures are. They got filed away somewhere. But yeah, I had quite a collection thanks to minifix.me. They did some really good stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what the costume would be now with the new Doctor.
Oh yes.
Have you noticed they're not calling him the 14th Doctor? None of the presses. Someone pointed it out, and then once I realised it, nowhere is saying the 14th Doctor. And some people saying that it doesn't mean anything. All it means is because they added in stuff like the War Doctor. Even though after the War Doctor, Capaldi was still the 12th and Joey was still the 13th, because they did the Timeless Child and the Fugitive Doctor and stuff like that. They've changed. They're just going to say each time now the new Doctor rather than give them a number. Which seems daft, because what are we going to refer to them as then, you know?
Yeah, it's a valid question.
Yeah. But I'm quite chuffed with the cast, and I gotta be honest.
No, I am very happy with that choice. Like I said on the Discord that day, when I saw that image post pop up on Facebook, I was like, oh, excellent. First of all, I wasn't expecting an announcement anytime soon.
No, I wasn't.
I wasn't expecting it to like next year. But that was like, first of all, got an announcement. Woo. Second of all, it's a fantastic choice.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a great day.
I'm probably gonna crucify his name, but I think it's Kuti. I think the end is silent. Gatwa.
You are right. The end is silent.
Okay, he is brilliant in Sex Education, but it's quite strange because he's another actor, rather that is not going to be available, it seems, for the next season. And couple that with the fact that the location where they filmed the school, my old university, has been sold to a housing development. It's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the series, have you seen the series 3 of Sex Education yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay, well, I won't tell you what happens at the end of it, but I was surprised to hear it get renewed for a 4th one, to be honest with you. Just because of different factors in there. But Yeah, one of the actresses, I forget her name, but she's been in, I think, Bridgerton.
Oh yeah.
And she's come out and said that she won't be coming back for Sex Education season 4. So
Oh, okay.
she says, "I'm a Bridgerton girl now," or something was the phrase she used. So
Yeah. I know Lady Sam will be sitting downstairs going, "I know which one that is."
yeah, she was the one that, if it at all makes helps, she was the one that was also in Detective Pikachu for a really small part, where she goes, "You're adorable," and then Pikachu goes, "No, you're adorable. They can't hear me, kid."
Oh yes, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, and looking at the articles and stuff, and this is what frustrates me, and I said this was going to happen when they did the whole fugitive Doctor storyline, is that this really is the first time we're having a person of color playing the Doctor as the lead.
Yeah.
But because they did the fugitive Doctor, who was really nothing more than a sort of side character, even if it was some version of the same character, it was kind of like a gimmicky thing. It wasn't even up to the level of the War Doctor is John Hurt.
Yeah, correct.
That means that she was the first person of color to play the Doctor. So none of the articles now are reporting, and I guess they're correct not to do so. But they're not saying, "Oh, QT is the first, person of color to play the Doctor." And I just feel like he's been robbed a little bit because of that. I'm not knocking Jo Martin. I don't really know her. Can't think of anything else she's been in. But the whole fugitive Doctor thing, as we've talked about numerous times, makes no sense anyway, and was executed poorly. And it has now taken away from the event of, a person of color playing the Doctor as the lead for the first time.
Yes.
I feel like that's a shame.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
It was wasted on a sort of, a gimmick episode, basically. I know she was in a couple of episodes, but it was a gimmick thing,
Yeah, it was. And it's one of those things that we could go on and on again about how...
Simone Ashley, that's right. Lady Sam knew it.
Yes, she knew. She knows. Yeah, we could go on forever about how the writings affected the past couple of series, because you and I can literally fill an entire 3-hour stream with that information just alone.
I don't know how you're still watching it, mate.
I don't even know, but
I will say when I watched the New Year's special as a piece of New Year's special entertainment, I enjoyed it. But it didn't even with Daleks in there, it didn't necessarily feel like Doctor Who. For one, and I've always said this, I don't hold any grudge against Jodie. I think it's the writing that's held her back.
Yeah.
The character in that episode didn't feel like the Doctor at all. I felt like there was all the companions. Didn't feel like there was a Doctor in the episode. And I will admit completely that I probably also saw the whole thing through a little bit of rose-tinted glasses because I love Aisling Bey. So
I can't blame you on that at all. She's awesome.
But every time I watch for the new series, I go in there going, "Please be good." I want to like it, and it's just dreadful.
Do you know what? I think that's what I do. I go into each episode and go, "I want to like this," and then I sit there and I go, "I didn't like it," but I'll probably still sit there and watch the episode that comes on next and do exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm just giving it a chance and go, maybe this one will be all right.
I can't remember if you and I have ever talked about Supernatural before, but did you ever watch that? Did you ever watch Supernatural?
Yeah.
Well, famously, the creator of that planned a 5-season storyline and wanted to finish the 5th season. But the thing was, it was always kind of like a cult TV show. Each season, it only got just enough viewers to warrant another season, and never had a massive budget. And then for some reason, in season 4, when they introduced the Angels and stuff, it blew up, and it got lots of internet fangirls and stuff, and it got a huge online presence. Yeah. So the network, who actually owned the rights to it, not the creator, he didn't own the rights to his own creation. They commissioned it series 6, even though the creator was like, "Well, I'm ending it with season 5."
Yeah.
So we ended it with season 5. They tacked on a kind of mild cliffhanger, almost like a post-credits type thing. And then after that, he had nothing to do with the show. And I remember them saying, like, oh, we're not going to undo his storyline. What we see is that was one sort of, like, story in the epic chronicles of the Winchester brothers' life, and we're going to tell a whole new story. But over the course of the following 10 seasons, anyone who died was brought back. Anyone who was brought back got killed again. That is just, oh. And I gave it about 2 episodes of Series 6, and I was like, I'm out. The creator wanted to end of Series 5. That's what my headcanon. I did watch the Scooby-Doo special, which was okay, but that was just, again, a gimmick,
Yeah.
And I kept, sort of up to date on it, even though I didn't want to, because one of my friends watched 10 years of the show just out of loyalty to Supernatural. And then when it finished, he said, that was awful. I should have stopped the season 5. And I just think, dude, you watched the show for 10 years. After you should have stopped.
I think that's going to be me with Doctor Who. Going to get to the end of all these specials and going to go, I can't watch anymore. And you're going to go, but it's just about to get good.
I'll be like, dude, the new Doctor's awesome. Russell T Davies 2.0 is fantastic. They're like, I can't put myself through it. I did the Chibnall years. It ruined me.
You don't know what I've seen, man.
He's the problem, Chibnall. Like, I think I told you on one of the chats we had that there was an article. I don't know if anyone else, who's watched it has read this article. And Chibnall was talking about... Chibnall is the showrunner for Doctor Who. At the moment, who took over from Moffat. And he has pretty much ruined Doctor Who and destroyed the lore. But he was saying, when you are the showrunner on Doctor Who, it's not like carrying a vase from one end of the room to the other where you have to be delicate and make sure that it doesn't break and you don't trip and fall. You just come in, tell the story what you want to do, regardless of what's come before, and you don't worry about what's going to come after you. And he says, I fully expect Rusty Davies to ignore all the changes I've made, and that's fine. And I just think that is such a stupid way of thinking about it. When you think that Rusty Davies, he did kind of soft reboot Doctor Who, but he still paid tribute, he still kept all the continuity of what came before. As it went on, he gradually introduced more of the classic, Who into it. And then even Moffat, when he took over, it was a natural progression from the Russell T Davies era. And even when he did changes, like when he brought Gallifrey back, he did it in a way that still meant what happened in Rusty Davies' era was canon, still legitimate.
Yeah, he did it in a plausible way.
Yeah,
that actually added more to the character development of the Doctor, and
and he continued the mythos rather than just sort of breaking it and inverting it. The whole expectation subversion type thing.
Yeah, and
I honestly would be happy if they come around and just sort of retcon the whole Timeless Child as the Master just messing with the Doctor's head. I don't think they will, because I feel like Russell T Davies, I feel like he'd be tempted to, but I feel like he has almost too much integrity to do that.
Yeah.
He'll find a way to sidestep it, I think,
Yeah, I think he'll just just sort of not mention it. Any conversations about it might be just like, oh yeah, I don't know what all that was about, sort of thing.
Well, the thing is, we also don't know how much damage Chibnall's going to do in his 90-minute finale. It's like having, a tenant in a house that you rent out, and you've given them eviction notice, and you're just waiting for them to leave, and you don't know how much damage they're going to do to the house before they leave,
Yeah. You got me worried now.
I have heard more stuff, by the way, that more people saying that where the regeneration is going to be that we don't see Kuti in him. Don't see Jodie regenerate into him. Jodie will regenerate, and it will be kind of similar to, like I said before, Altered Carbon, where you don't see the new Doctor, and then the new series will pick up, and the Doctor's been a Doctor for an unspecified amount of time. They're still sort of finding their feet, but they're not gone through the whole regeneration sickness type thing.
Yeah,
like they do with 9.
Yeah, like we did when we got Christopher Eccleston, and running through a department store in the middle of London, and goes, "Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life."
Yeah,
I think Do you know what? That could be a good way to go, because we have had a few regenerations now, and we have done the whole regeneration sickness. I've lost without my TARDIS. I don't have my screwdriver. How am I going to save the world in 11 minutes, whatever, or 11 hours, or yeah. So it might be a nice change, but it's Russell T Davies. You know,
I still think
I trust him.
Out of New Who, I still think the best sort of first New Doctor episode, I would say, was the 11th Hour. Because it was a continuation of what came before, but it was also a perfect point. If you wanted to start the show without any knowledge, you could have just jumped in right there as well.
Yeah, because there wasn't too much depending on what was going on before, because obviously it was a new Doctor and new companion.
Yeah.
So
Howdy,
yeah.
I feel like he had one of the weakest ones. I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm sort of discounting Jodie's, I guess, to an extent because I didn't see all of it. But Capaldi, I remember Deep Breath. I liked a lot of the ideas in it, but the execution I thought was pretty poor, apart from a few moments.
I liked parts of Deep Breath because I think it was Madame Vastra who said it right. Is it Vastra or Jenny? Was basically like, that's still the Doctor to Clara. You know, Clara's like, that's not the Doctor. Who is that man? I don't know what he is or whatever. You know, they're like, well, hang on. He's chosen to share his most intimate thing with you, i.e. his regeneration, because he regenerated in front of you. And you're now completely dismissing that this man is the Doctor. He's still the same guy. He's just
but what annoyed me is that they sort of seemed to by the end of that episode, her accept him, and yet throughout that series, there was instances where she still kept on not sort of liking him. It wasn't really until her last series, her second one with Capaldi, that I felt they found the dynamic. You know, they settled into a good one. I did like the whole thing of Matt Smith calling her up, you know, from the end of his anniversary one. That could have, you know, overshadowed Capaldi, but in fact, it kind of helped add to the passing of the torch type thing, you know?
Yeah.
But I also felt like it was a cop-out going, oh, it's the sister ship of the Madame de Pompadour, you know? I was like, really? You're recycling another one of your old plots?
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved the line where he's like, do you want to have a drink? And he's like, why? He said, because I think you're going to make me have to kill you, and I want to have a drink first. You know, I thought that was quite good.
Yeah, there's definitely some good bits in it. See, now you're making me want to watch it all again.
Yeah. Yeah, making you want to watch good Doctor Who.
Yeah. Oh, well, gives me something to do later on tonight, doesn't it?
Well, apparently you've got a camera in your bedroom, so I feel like your plans are already set in stone.
I don't know what you mean, mate. Let's have a look at a bit of a chat. What am I drinking? It was not wine, Jacob, as much as I wish it was. It was just apple and blackcurrant squash.
Solid.
Or cordial.
Or liquid, I should say.
Yeah. Yes, Lady Sam was right with Simone Ashley, who plays Olivia. She's all there with the actress name and the character name. And Jacob would like a 3-hour unfiltered live stream. Well, I don't know what one of those is, because I think we decided on a new name earlier.
Or was it Unsorted?
It was Unsorted, yes. Such a good name. But I've just seen another one of Jacob's comments.
Oh.
Which does bring us on to...
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about that, weren't we?
We were indeed. So...
Spoiler
we
warning.
are going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So anybody who has not seen it, you have 30 seconds from now to do one, if you don't want to know any spoilers.
Yeah, do one means leave, by the way. I don't think that's a term in America.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a fair point, yeah. So yeah, we just wait. Oh, I haven't changed my clock. My clock's still an hour slow.
Oh my god. How long ago did the clocks change? Like about a month or 6 weeks, something like that, wasn't it?
End of March, mate, yeah.
Flipping heck.
Well, you
Wow.
can tell that I've not spent a lot of time at this desk to notice that I haven't changed my clock.
Yeah.
Right, that is 30 seconds and 10 more seconds. So, okay. Multiverse of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Seen it today.
Yeah.
Literally saw it, 3-4 hours ago. Loved it.
Yeah. I saw
First
it.
off, for Americans, I don't know what it's rated over in America, but over here in the UK, it's rated a 12A, which I think works out to be a PG-13.
I think it was right. I think it was pushing the envelope of 12A.
Oh, yeah. Definitely pushed the envelope.
I loved it. I gotta be honest, we saw it last Saturday, and we saw it in the Dolby Cinema, the Odeon, where they do all the UK premieres.
Oh, in Leicester Square?
In Leicester Square, yeah.
Cool.
And it was amazing. Reclining seats as well and everything. Dolby Atmos surround sound, Dolby digital screen. It was superb. And you know what? The crowd watching it loved it. They cheered at all the fan service moments, the gas right moments. Apart from this one couple who came in about 2 minutes into it, I didn't think they were allowed to be, because there was a thing before saying you would not be seated after the film starts. But they came in about 2 minutes into it, went the row behind us, then realized they were in our row and sat right next to me. And she talked through the first 20 minutes of it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Luckily, once the action sort of kicked in, she was drowned out or she shut up. I don't know, either one of them. But it was kind of, you couldn't hear what she was saying, but it was just, annoying having the sound of someone sort of talking off to you.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's the gap between the seats. They're sort of done in two. So I was with Mrs. Kragle, and then there's a gap in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised when I came out and I looked at what people were talking about to see that opinion on it is so divided and it's ranked as one of the lowest MCU movies. I was gobsmacked by that.
Really? Because, mate, I left that going, oh my word, my love for the MCU has just sort of been reignited, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I know me, I've had sort of MCU fatigue for a while now. I mean, give you an example, I haven't even bothered watching Moon Knight. Not out of, I plan to, but I just haven't got round to it, and I'm okay with not having get round to it. And if someone tells me a spoiler about it, I don't think I would care. I'm just kind of like, I honestly loved it, and I'm surprised that especially considering when Eternals came out.
Oh, that was rubbish.
That was so bad when I finally got around to seeing it, like on Disney Plus. Like, well, I say see it, I got up halfway through and left, and then came back later on in my own home. I couldn't be bothered to stay sitting down watching it.
That's telling, isn't it? When you can't be bothered to stay sat down in your own home to watch the film.
Yeah, I loved it, and there's a few reasons why I think people, general audiences are more split on this. I'll tell you the 3 reasons I think they are, and then you can tell me if you agree or disagree. Number 1, and this is perhaps the most gutting. It's different to most MCU films. It doesn't follow the same formula, which is why I love it. But I feel like after we're going on almost 15 years now of having, a lot of MCU films, even the good ones do follow quite a similar type, roadmap that audiences just weren't ready or just didn't want, something so different. I mean, it's still very much an MCU film, but it's the only MCU horror movie. I don't think it's that outright horror, but it definitely has a lot of more horror in it than I expected.
Definitely.
I mean, it wasn't I didn't expect Sam Raimi to pull it off. I just didn't think Marvel would go as far as they did or allow him to go as far as he did. I feel like that is number one is the fact that it's so different that people are kind of like, oh, this isn't my happy place, this isn't the MCU that I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Number 2, I think people were expecting too much in terms of the multiverse aspect. I think people were expecting to have all the X-Men characters from the Fox films in there. I think they were expecting to have. I mean, loads of people were saying, "Oh yeah, Maguire and Garfield are going to return," and I was like, "No way!" Because if they return in the very next movie, that's going to like make their appearances in No Way Home less special. Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
But people expected it to happen. I mean, one thing I do think was missing was Vision. I think Vision should have been in there. He should have made some sort of appearance. But I think people were also expecting to have, teasers of like Blade and stuff, other sort of Marvel properties. And, they were expecting basically to have every single sort of Marvel character from every Marvel movie, going in there. I heard people saying that they wanted Chris Evans as the Human Torch as well, from his Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah, that would have been cool if they'd done it, but.
And there was also a rumor which got lots of traction to the point I read an article where the writer said that even he was starting to think, have Marvel just gone and shot this without telling me, that Tom Cruise was going to turn up as an alternative universe Iron Man.
Now, yeah, I read that article as well. I couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah, I the thing was, that kind of would have been cool, but it also kind of would have taken you out of it. It would have been a fun nod to the fact that there's different Iron Mans in different universes, like variants. And it also would have been a nod to the fact that he was attached to play Iron Man for most of the 90s and some of the early noughties.
Yeah.
And then the third one, which I think does hold some weight, but also I'm okay with, is I think some people didn't like that Wanda was the villain.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think there is people out there who definitely didn't like that Wanda was a villain. But at the same time, I thought it was cool because...
I thought it was cool. I was surprised. I was actually pleasantly surprised that she was the outright villain. I went into it thinking she'll start off as an ally, then something will be tempted to think that, she could have Vision and her children back and she'll go bad, only then to, at the 11th hour, do a U-turn and sort of actually end up helping them. That's what I predicted, because that's the kind of thing they've done before, like with Black Widow in Civil War and stuff,
Yeah.
where they sort of, on different sides and they come round and stuff like that. Even with Iron Man, I guess, to an extent, before he finds out Bucky killed his father, he was antagonist, then they teamed up, then they were antagonists again,
Yeah.
I was actually pleasantly surprised to have her as an outright villain, because in the comics, she has been a villain before, and she has murdered people. I mean, she did the whole no more mutants and wiped out like 95% of the mutant population in the universe,
Yeah.
I think the problem is that people felt that her arc in WandaVision was about her sort of realizing about her grief and coming to terms with it. I get that, but I also kind of viewed it differently. In that one, she wasn't aware of what she was doing, and she tried to fix it because she's still a good person, I think. And I think, there is an element of it that's still good, but there was definitely the seeds planted for her to be a villain. I mean, Agatha even was afraid of her when she realized that she was the Scarlet Witch and said, like, you don't even know what you've unleashed, within yourself now.
Yeah.
And, as they've said in this film, the Dark Hold can corrupt, and it, power corrupts and, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And we saw in the post-credits scene of WandaVision of her using the Dark Hold and hearing her children's voices. So to me, it made sense. The only thing that didn't make sense was that Vision only got name dropped like twice when, he's part of that joint grief,
Yes, yeah.
And I can only think that maybe that was due to actors' contracts or something, or availability. Because don't forget, this also was filmed during COVID.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Apparently, like the Illuminati scene, which I thought was awesome, only about 2 actors were there together. The rest of them were all filmed separately, and they had to like splice the takes together.
Mate, I'm not gonna lie. When that and Lady Sam will probably put it in the chat. When that they mentioned the Illuminati and the saying the Illuminati wants to see you, and they took him in and showed who was on the panel. I was there going,
Yeah, the crowd cheered. I mean, Captain Carter, I think, was spoiled, by the poster. Like, she's going to be in some capacity, but it was still a friggin', punch the air, fan-pleasing moment. Even if she was a bit more of an arrogant Captain Carter than the one we got in What If. But I've also had to explain to some people that she's a different Captain Carter than the one from What If. Captain Carter exists in more than one universe. Which also, I think some people were expecting this to tie more into What If, like they thought the bad Doctor Strange was going to be the bad one from What If, which actually, funny enough, to me, would make less sense than Wanda going evil, because in that What If episode, by the end of the finale of the series, he actually redeemed himself and basically sacrificed himself to a existence of eternal solitude, watching over the universe they trapped Ultron in, remember?
Yes.
So, yeah, it wouldn't make sense to have him be back as an evil Doctor Strange. It had to be a different evil Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved the Illuminati. I thought that having Reed Richards was good. I'm not overly familiar with the actor, but I know he was kind of like a fan favorite choice to cast as the MCU's Reed Richards. But interesting
John
enough,
Krasinski.
I have interesting enough. I have heard though that just because he appeared in it, and as a Reed Richards of that universe, doesn't mean that when they do the Fantastic Four movie that he definitely will reprise the role.
No, because this is something me and Lady Sam were chatting about on the way home. It's all it's doing is saying that person, exists in the multiverse. It's not saying that there has to be that person existing on Earth 616 as well.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest. When they said about convergence of two universes, I had to laugh because one, the convergence is a term in DC multiverse stories.
The convergence is also a thing in Thor: The Dark World when the 9 realms
Of
align,
course it is. Yeah, I guess it's a term used in.
and that's when the Dark Elf Christopher Eccleston does his
Well, I did think when they were saying about two universes end up getting merged together, and one gets destroyed or both get destroyed, or sometimes they meld into a mixture of the two. I did wonder, is this how we're going to get mutants? And I think that maybe that was a little bit of disappointment because we didn't get that at the end. But that's not to say it doesn't happen that way in the future.
No, exactly. But I think it was great. Like you say, that Illuminati scene, I think, like you said earlier, was great fan service.
And and you know what? The fans cheered all the way through it. I remember people applauding as the Illuminati got killed because it was just. I loved it because it was like, the MCU isn't pulling its punches, because how many times do people get killed? I mean, even in this film, one got killed twice and brought back, didn't he? Actually, no, he's all right. He's fine. He's just sleeping. He's just passed out.
Yeah.
And I know these were kind of like, they were Mayfly type characters, but
I gotta say that entire sequence where they were in the Illuminati, well, when Wanda was literally hunting for America and Strange, and she was taking. It was the line that Reed Richards came. I think it was Reed Richards came out with and said, "We can handle a single witch."
No, I think it was Captain Marvel who said that. We can handle you a little witch.
Yeah. And
it took me a second. It took me actually a while. I think it was after the film that I finally realized who she was. Because first of all, I was like, "Wait, are they saying that she was Monica Rambeau, from WandaVision?"
No.
She's her mum, the one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one who, because in WandaVision, she's died at that point.
Yeah.
Because she had.
And you know what? I didn't like a character in Captain Marvel the movie, and I didn't like her in this. So I was glad she died.
Yeah, because I think in WandaVision they said she died of cancer, but just after they all got blipped away.
Yeah, because Monica was at her bedside in the hospital when she got blipped, wasn't she? And then she come back and the mum were gone,
Yeah. But yeah, no, I loved all of that, and I said to Sam afterwards, I said, "Poor, do you know what? Wouldn't have thought that I would have seen Peggy Carter get absolutely sliced by her own shield."
No, that was so cool.
I was like,
I was kind of gutted, but at the same time, I also kind of was like punched in the air because this is what I wanted to see a villain proper like. Oh, and when she pulled the whole Matrix on Black Bolt, I was surprised that they had the same actor from Inhumans, the TV series. Considering that,
I was trying to think if he was the same one.
Yeah, I had to think. Yeah, but his costume is different. He had a much more comic accurate costume.
Yeah.
Even with the little antenna on his head, I think Doctor Strange mentioned you got an antenna on your head. But yeah, when she pulled the Matrix on it, I thought, oh, that's really cool. And then when he tried to speak anyway, I was like, you idiot. Oh, wait, he just blew himself internally, you know?
Yeah, no.
When she also when she killed Reed Richards, like turned him into a cheese string and then his brain exploded.
Yes.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
It's like no holds barred here at all. I just loved how she said, where he said, "Oh, I've got children of my own," and she went, "Is the mum still alive?" And she's just there going, "She ain't messing around, mate. You need to go."
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, and she goes, "Good, there'll be someone left to raise them." And then
and it just melts it into a cheese string. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I loved it. And I think you mentioned briefly before the stream, some of the things that were kind of Ring-esque, like when she came out of the shield reflections and then she was in the tunnel as well. Very horrible.
That bit when they're in the tunnel and they're all just kind of stood there and you're thinking, now's a good opportunity to run, folks. I would be running.
But you know what? There is precedent for that, because I don't know if you remember, because Age of Ultron was a mess, but do you remember in that Age of Ultron, her first appearance, there's a bit where she backs away from Captain America and she kind of does like a horror movie type, there's the kind of stop motion, eerie movement backwards.
Oh, yeah.
And the bit where she sort of like, whispers into Tony's ear. Yes. That was very horror movie-esque. So, that there were things in there, because she is kind of like a horror character in the comics at times when she goes evil,
Yeah, no. And I thought that bit really was really brought across really well, because you're there going, you can't fight her. You literally cannot fight her because she's more powerful than anything you can freaking chuck at her. And the only thing, it literally did add the fear to that scene. It really did.
And I also gotta say, I much prefer her being so OP as opposed to Captain Marvel. Like when they were trying to make Captain Marvel is the most powerful character, ahead of Endgame and ahead of her own film. And they were saying she's the most powerful character in the universe. And then you see her origin and she just gets, exposed, not even to the Tesseract, but to something that's been charged up by the Tesseract, and suddenly she can go toe to toe with Thanos whilst he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on. I was like, what? But with Scarlet Witch, it makes more sense because she is this, this mythical embodiment of chaos magic, and I loved it. Do you know what? When they said, that the perimeter's been breached or something, and Strange said to Reed Richards, he goes, "No shit, genius." It just reminded me that we had two Sherlocks on the screen together in Endgame and Infinity War, and at not one point did they say "no shit, Sherlock" to each other.
Yep.
I was like, oh, that's going to be the biggest crime of the MCU.
Yeah, there was opportunity that was massively missed there.
Space Time, we did a spoiler warning when we started talking.
Yes, big spoiler warning. Still continues. It was. I'm just too excited about it.
I want to see it. I want to see it again.
Yeah.
I probably won't. I'll probably end up waiting until it comes out on Disney Plus or on DVD or Blu-ray. Just because going to the cinema nowadays has just gone so difficult. Even as things have eased up with COVID, just in terms of work-life balance and stuff. I was so glad. Like we basically, when we went to London, we knew we had the show to see on the Sunday, which I've got stuff, the vlog. I filmed the stuff, a vlog for members only, which I need to get edited and put up. But we knew we were going to go to the Lego store and M&M World and Forbidden Planet on the Saturday. And I said on the Friday when we got there, I kind of fancy going to the cinema. And it was too late then on the Friday. So we said, let's go on the Saturday. And we said, well, why not go to the one in Leicester Square?
Yeah. And
there was only a few seats left. And we booked them and it did not disappoint. It was a phenomenal experience.
No, me and Lady Sam had a sort of similar chat. It was the other day. I was like, well, I'm not working this weekend, so shall we go do something like go to the cinema and see a film? best decision I made. I'm very, very, very happy that I saw that one in the cinema and like not, and it wasn't as disappointing as the other Marvel properties that have come out recently.
Yeah. Just a quick thing. Can you highlight Jacob's comment as well? Because he's raised a point there.
This
So
one?
Jacob says, for me, I feel people were divided with Professor X letting his Strange die, because I heard people saying that he is all about just because someone loses their way doesn't mean that they are lost, which obviously is the line from X-Men Days of Future Past, which is probably my favorite of the Fox X-Men films. And I like that they brought a call back to that. And I feel like that is kind of why he's the only one willing to give this Strange a chance, is because he regrets it. And I feel like, it's ironic people say that line. I feel like that almost happened to him. He kind of lost his way. This is a group who aren't the Avengers, but they defeated Thanos, and all the characters of the Illuminati are pretty arrogant, which, to be fair, they are in the comics. Even in the main universe, Illuminati are pretty arrogant,
Yes, yeah.
In the stories that use the Illuminati. I mean, look at Peggy Carter. What they said, like, "Oh, we can handle your little witch." They only know the danger from Strange, because in their world, Wanda, like she said, that in every universe, pretty much the children are actually real. They're not just part something she created with Westview.
Yeah.
So, like, we've seen her. She's basically just like a sort of like stay-at-home mum. Not putting down stay-at-home mums, but they don't see that as the same kind of threat as they saw with Stephen Strange.
But she still had powers.
She still had powers, yeah. But
because even when
they didn't see that, they didn't see that,
yeah.
and their arrogance clouded their judgment.
Yes.
But I quite liked it when he said, "If you escape, I suggest that you do this and this and this and this." It was kind of like, in Mission Impossible, I forget which one, but when he's in the car and he says to him, "When you take this weapon from the agent and use it to incapacitate me, you will escape directly to this place and then go and find so-and-so to help you find this." And he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
I also love the fact they used the 90s cartoon theme of X-Men when Xavier came on.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one who spotted that.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, even his wheelchair was like the one from the cartoon.
Yeah.
I think it was also that in the comics in the 90s. But the reason that thing exists, that yellow sort of ball, pod type thing, rather than a traditional wheelchair, is because it's easy to draw. That's the only reason why they had that futuristic wheelchair, by the way.
Yeah, you are right. I'm just practicing my drawing here. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the three things I think that people are most divided on. One, it was so different in terms of tone, and I don't know if in terms of, I guess in terms of plot to an extent, it was still very much find the MacGuffin to save the world, but it was a different feel and a different atmosphere. On a different level of violence than we've had previously in the MCU.
Yeah.
The other one is that people expected it to just be a sort of free-for-all of cameos, extending across all not just MCU, but all Marvel movies, past and present.
I'm glad it wasn't.
I'm glad it wasn't.
I'm glad it was limited to the few, the set that we got on, what was it, Earth 838, I think?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy. It was just that limited set of people with, like we said before, a few fan favorites, and it wasn't, oh look, here's another Tony Stark. Oh, look,
it was just the right amount for me.
Yeah.
And the other thing I said is, I think the whole thing with Wanda, people just didn't like to see to see her as a villain. They weren't expecting it. It wasn't how they viewed the end of WandaVision, which I can appreciate. But the post-credit scene showed her, searching the Darkhold, even though because she'd been told not to use the Darkhold. She took it off Agatha, and you think, oh, she's just taking it off Agatha to keep her safe. But we saw her using it even after all the warnings at the end of WandaVision. And in this one, they even said that it corrupted the Stephen Strange of that universe. It's corrupted Wanda. I will say at one point when they were talking about dreamwalking, I wondered if they were going to make out that the Wanda from our universe wasn't actually our Wanda, and an evil Wanda from another universe had possessed her body.
Yeah.
I did feel like, is that the way they were going to go at one point when they were talking about it? You know, the dreamwalking thing.
Yeah. Again, glad they didn't.
No, again, it would have been a bit of a cop out, I think.
I don't know about you, but I like the fact that she was defined as the villain from really, really freaking early on.
Yeah, I was not.
I love that.
Yeah, it wasn't like, a mid-film twist. It was just like almost within the first 20 minutes.
First 20 minutes, and she says, "Well, why don't you give America to me?" And that's when he just clocks and goes, "Hey up."
I stopped because I was thinking, is that like an editing mistake or something? But then, of course, Strange stopped and realized, oh yeah,
I liked the fact, and then she didn't even bother trying to hide it. She was just like, "Oh well, you found me out." I also like really apple trees.
Like, there's been a lot made about her accent, how she did her accent in Ultron. People then said it was too hard to understand, so they kind of dialed it back. And she gradually, I think, by the time of Civil War or something, or not Civil War, by one of them, she had pretty much an American accent. And in one division, she had the American accent in the sort of sitcom stuff, but when she was normal, she had the the sort of Eastern European accent. In this one, if you noticed, when Strange first goes to see her, she talks the American accent. Then when she drops the hex, she goes into the Eastern European one again.
Yes, yeah.
Which I thought was a nice touch,
Yeah. Great film.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Oh, I told her, there was a cheer as well when what's the character's name? I forgot her name now. The doctor.
Christine.
Christine. When Christine says to him, "Haven't you got to have a living Strange in a universe for your dream walk?" And he says, "Who says it has to be alive or be living?" And then the hand comes up, and I was just like, "Oh yes, that was good."
Yes, that was another thing that added to the whole horror element that I thought, there's no way Marvel let them get away with this, but they did.
But you know what? It also reminded me of what we were talking about, I think, on a previous stream, of classic storytelling, movie making. Do you know, like how in Back to the Future, something will happen at the start that might seem insignificant, and then it comes into play at the end, and it feels like this was a story that was crafted. It wasn't just a sequence of events that happens, and a cool bit here and a cool bit there, and at the end, it's like, oh, that's it. Yeah. You had the evil Strange, not the evil Strange, the Strange get killed when he tried to take the power of America. Though crucially, one thing she didn't point out is he does actually save her, because with his dying breath, after he's tried to betray her, he does sever the tentacles, allowing her to go through the thing into the universe. So he does in his last act, do something good. But then she proves it to them by showing him the dead body of that Strange. They bury it. You think, okay, that would be enough then. That's done and dusted. But then to have that as the way that then Strange is able to dream walk back into his own universe, and it's a zombie and it's kind of like in horror. That was brilliant. I love that.
That was cool. And I loved what they did with the what do they call it? Souls of the Damned, where they say Stephen Strange inhabiting a dead body is against the rules, cease it or face the eternal damnation, whatever. And he just turned it into a cloak.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, that is
Christine System says, "You're the master of the mystic arts. You control them." I was like, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I tell you what, a couple of things I didn't like. I thought this had the most consistent CG of a recent Marvel film, apart from one effect which to me looked awful. Do you know what that effect is?
I've got my eyes on which effect I think it was.
The third eye?
Pardon?
The third eye?
No, I had a problem with another effect.
Oh, okay. What was that?
It was when Scarlet Witch was in the house with the kids and that reality Wanda, and you had the star, and America Chavez was in the background. She had no legs. You just had for the entire most of the scene, she had been stood there, and you could see her feet and everything. Then, just in this next shot, all of a sudden, from her knees they were just cut off.
Oh, I have to watch that back. I didn't notice
It's
that.
just a small, tiny thing, and I was there looking at it, going, "Hey, did I just see that right?" And I was like, "Hang on a sec."
Yeah.
What?
I mean, Space-Time has got exactly what my problem was. The third eye looked really flat to me, almost no depth. Yeah, it looked like there was a JPEG on his forehead.
Someone's just got slapped.
Yeah, it was so bad. And I was surprised because I honestly thought that would be something that Sam Raimi would do with a practical effect, with some makeup, or even if they used makeup as the base and then enhanced it, with CG to have it move a little bit more, or sort of, have it merge out. But it was just a flat thing. It should have had been protruding from his forehead or something,
Yes, yeah.
And then the fact they used that as the finale as well, this whole final scare was that he gets the third eye like the evil one. I was like, oh god, the worst effect in the film, and you're going to do a callback to it,
Yeah.
I also felt like, I know it's teasing the next film or next adventure or whatever, but the mid-credit scene I also thought kind of undermined that horror ending. Like, I've read a thing with Sam Raimi who said that originally the film ended with him sort of, repairing the watch and putting it away and walking out to show that he's kind of moved on now and he's got some closure. But they realized this is a horror movie and you have to have one final sort of scare, one sort of thing that, not everything has been put right.
Yes,
so they had him sort of break down and the eye appear in his, in his head to show that using the Darkhold has taken a toll on him.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, the effect isn't great, but I like that ending. It is kind of a bit dark, him screaming, in the middle of the street, screaming with this eye coming out of his forehead. And then less than 2-3 minutes later, we have another scene of him walking down the street fine, presumably on the same day, and then Charlie Serrano, whatever you say your name, turns up.
Yes, yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. And then his eye comes out then as if it's some sort of like, like he's cocking a gun type thing. It's like, let's do this. It's third eye time,
Yeah. Activate third eye power.
That I didn't quite like. I gotta be honest.
No, yeah. It doesn't really make sense at the moment.
But otherwise, I really enjoyed the film. Oh, and also Bruce Campbell's cameo, I loved. Because it was a great homage to Evil Dead 2.
I must have missed that one.
He was the pizza vendor who Strange has him.
Oh, yeah.
With his own hands. His own hands, yeah. Because like in Evil Dead 2, when he gets possessed and he's beating himself up,
Yeah. Fantastic film. If you guys have not seen it yet.
Why are you listening to this conversation?
Yeah, first of all, why are you listening to this? Second of all, go freaking see it.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday tomorrow. Go see it.
Do you reckon we'll get any new Lego sets based on it? Because also we had the one, which was like that giant eye tentacle creature. But what annoyed me is that the box art down the side has America, Strange, Wong, and Scarlet Witch. And in the set, we get America, Strange, and Wong, not a single Scarlet Witch figure.
I don't know if we will get any more any more sets based on it. To be honest, I think they're putting or Lego are putting their thoughts into the Goat Boat.
Yeah, because Thor's got 3 or 4 sets.
It's not even out yet.
Yeah, and yeah, Doctor Strange only had 1. I thought maybe it's because of spoilers and stuff.
No, I think.
But can you not think of a set based on the Illuminati scene with Reed Richards? It's been ages since we had a Mr. Fantastic minifigure, with the stretchy arms things. I think the last one I used that was on Miss Marvel. They won't be using it on the new MCU Miss Marvel because they completely changed her powers to basically just be generic power blasts. We could have had. We've got a Captain Carter minifig, I guess.
I don't think we'll get any because I hate to say it because it's an argument that is immediately invalidated when you look at the set.
Oh, Sam's froze on his own stream. Oh, have I froze? Am I here? Is anyone else here? Hello. Hello. Testing, testing. Can anybody hear me? Hello. I'll be back. Just hold the fort. Okay. Hello. Welcome to another unfiltered stream. Something has happened. I don't know what. Oh dear. I'm on my own. Jacob says 4 had 2 sets, I thought. You might be right. I might be confusing it. I thought there's a goat boat and there's Attack on New Asgard. I know because Mrs. Scott Attack on New Asgard, and I'm surprised they put Mighty Thor in that set at a low price point. Isn't there like a minifigure accessory pack coming similar to the one that they did for the Infinity War one? Maybe there's 2 out now and I've seen something else in the pipeline. I can't remember. I don't know. I mean, one thing actually I'll talk about, though Sam's not here to hear it or contribute, is there is I think it's still a rumor at this point, but it's borderline a leak, I guess. I think it's close to a leak as it can be without actually having pictures. Is there's going to be another sort of Marvel modular scale building like the Daily Bugle. It's going to be a modular style Sanctum Sanctorium, like closed off building proper, as opposed to the sort of hinged one we had before for Infinity War. And apparently it's rather than like the Daily Bugle that was kind of just based on the Marvel comic type universe, it's going to be a crossover, a mixture sort of based on characters from Infinity War and also Multiverse of Madness. So maybe that's what they're holding out for. Because I think someone said that it's going to have, I forgot the name now, the Dark Order? Thanos' minions, the 2 that turn up and attack New York when Iron Man and Hulk are there with Wong and Strange at the Sanctum Sanctorium. And it's also going to have WandaVision and I think Zombie Strange. So maybe we're getting that instead of any other Multiverse of Madness sets. But it does feel like a shame. I know we got Captain Carter, we got 2 of her technically already, but it would have been good to get a Reed Richards. Did we get Mortar minifigure in Doctor Strange 1? I think we did.
I'm back.
Hello. What happened?
My laptop got a stop screen.
Oh, no.
So it's currently in the process of rebooting. I thought, hang on a second. Whilst I'm waiting for this to log back in and do whatever, I'll just join on my phone because then I can finish my thought that I was in the middle of.
Cool.
So I was thinking, the thought I was going with was sort of the reason why we're probably not going to get any more sets, because it goes back to the argument you and I have already had, is probably Lego look at this, that this is probably not up in line with their values, their morals, their themes, or whatever. But then you sit there and go, hang on, Colosseum, hang on, Pyramid, hang on, what about all of these things?
Titanic, how many people died on the Titanic,
Exactly. All of these things that have come before. What about all of this?
Yeah, I can see that. I was saying, I don't know if you heard, but I have also, it just popped into my head. I have heard, I was saying it's almost a leak at this point without actual pictures, that we're getting another Marvel modular style building, like the Daily Bugle, not quite as big, and it's going to be the Sanctum Sanctorium. And rather than like how that one was based on sort of the comics and had all different characters, but we were going to have basically a Sanctum Sanctorium closed off set modular style, and the figure lineup at least is going to be a crossover between Infinity War, where we have Space Times just said Cole, Obsidian, and Ebony Moore, the 2 Thanos' guys who come, Iron Man, and then we'd also have Scarlet Witch and Zombie Strange as well. So that would be quite cool. I know we've had a Captain Carter, we've had 2 Captain Carter figures. I think the best one was in the CMF, but I still would like to have like an Illuminati type set with Reed Richards, you know, maybe Black Bolt even. You know, can you imagine they had a reverse face like print without the mouth right before?
Ooh.
That would be cool.
I tell you what, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna swap over to my computer now because it's back online. So give me a second.
Roller coaster this is. What's happening? I'm scared.
There are 2
Oh my
songs.
word! There's 2 terms. So yeah, they might not be doing any more sort of play sets because they're going to kind of cover off the rest of the film with that set, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does feel a little bit like a wasted opportunity, doesn't it? I think so anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also completely understand, and I think you're probably right, because how many sets? Well, No Way Home had 3 sets, I think it was, but only one of them was actually based on the new movie. Was that right?
I think so.
There,
Yeah.
there was one that was based on Homecoming and one that was based on Far From Home, wasn't there?
Yeah.
You know, they had the No Way Home branding, but underneath it was like inspired by Spider-Man Homecoming, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I remember those.
yeah, and Thor's got 2 sets. I swear I've seen more on like pictures of more coming, and another 2 maybe, or at least another 1. I think it's like a minifigure type accessory pack.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I might have dreamt that. But yeah, it does feel a bit lackluster only having 1 based on this film.
Yeah, but at the same time, I hate to say it, but I come to expect it these days. You know,
Yeah.
that, one for a better word, Lego will pick and choose whatever they want, whatever suits them at the time, and whatever way their morals are leaning that week.
You think Lego would have done sets on the Batman had they seen the film prior to it?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a good point.
It was a 15 in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's still scraped by a PG-13, I think, in America, but I think there were some complaints I read about it being like, you know, top end of the 13 plus
Yeah.
1. Yeah. So anyway, we're coming up to the 2.5 hour mark in a minute, or in about 12 minutes.
Ooh,
Do you
Jacob was
reckon
so close to getting a 3 hour.
Yeah.
Shall we go to 2.5 hours and then call it a night, Craggle?
I think that's a good shout.
I think that's a fantastic shout.
'Cause I'm
Get
actually
my
quite
beauty sleep.
hungry.
Hungry?
Well, I didn't have any breakfast, and then I had my lunch about 4 o'clock. And that's
Hey.
apart from a Twix, all I've had is like a sandwich and a yogurt.
Hate to say it, mate, but breakfast is the most important part of the day. You can't be going
Yeah,
without it.
it's been weird today. I've been all over the place in terms of my appetite today. I haven't really been hungry, but now I am. It's weird.
But I think I know where you're coming from there, because I had a breakfast this morning, lovingly cooked by Lady Sam, I should add. And then at lunchtime I didn't eat anything, but then when we got to the cinema, I had a hot dog and some mozzarella dippers. So not a lot.
No.
But then got home after the movie, we ordered Chinese, and I ate like 4 bites and went, I'm full. I'm like, what? But now I'm like, actually, I'm hungry. So I'm glad I put a lid on that, because I'm going to go eat that thing when I'm finished.
Well, I'll tell you what, we had a lot of crap last weekend. So we've been good this week.
Yeah.
Because we had, like, when we were away. But then saying that, we had crap, but we were going most of the day. When we were out and about in London, we were forgetting to eat. So it was only we getting back to the hotel about, like, 7:30, 8. We'll go out for food when we go back to the hotel, get changed, and go out for food.
Yeah.
We'd end up getting back, falling asleep, and then waking up about 10:30 and going, "Oh shit, what can we order to the hotel?" And I ended up eating KFC on the bed, watching reruns of The Chase or Bullseye or something, a catchphrase on challenge.
I'm not going to lie, I've done that before where I've finished an event at a circuit for the day, gone back to the hotel, and if I happen to be the only person in the hotel from our team, then I'll probably sit there, have a nap or have a bath and go, oh, I never went down for dinner. Oh, well, best order something to the hotel door then, haven't I?
Yeah. We often do it when we go to Comic-Con. I used to go to Comic-Con London, which we haven't been since 2019 because of COVID. We all used to do, if we go on for the 3 days, because we'd be there like all day on our feet, queuing up, doing this and doing that. We'd get back, if we were cosplaying as well, come out of cosplay, have a shower or something, go lie on the beds, we'll just have 15 minutes, end up sleeping for 2 hours, and then sort of waking up and going, we better have some food,
Yeah.
Order a Domino's to the hotel or something,
Yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But no, yeah. So I'm looking forward to finishing off my Chinese after this. So we'll start wrapping it up now because I think we could probably talk for ages. So what's coming up for you, Kragle? What have you got in the pipeline?
Well, I was meant to have a video done for today. I was going to work on it this morning, reviewing a new Star Wars custom minifigure, because my original plan was to have a bunch of Star Wars videos for May, but throughout April I had COVID and it knocked me for 6, so I didn't really get a chance to do it. I've done one, which I think you've seen, and I've got about 3 or 4 more custom minifigures, not that I've made, but obviously from other sellers that I'm wanting to do reviews on, and a couple of sets as well, just for Star Wars month. That might run over. I'm hoping to have the video done for Monday, but don't quote me on that, because, like I said, a lot of stuff's up in the air.
Yep.
Other than that, it's tough to say because there's a lot of things in the pipeline, but me and Sam, hoping to have something to announce on a week today.
Are we? Yeah.
Don't do that to me. So I'll be putting up a little bit of a tease, I think, closer to the time. Once we know that we're going to go ahead with it on Saturday, I'll be putting something up Thursday or Friday, at least in the members-only Discord for CutTheKragle. So if you're a channel member, watch that space. If you're not a channel member, become a channel member and watch that space.
I mean, what are you doing?
I want to know what's going to happen in the future of the Brickkeeper.
Well, I've had some ideas. My ideas are only in here, and they're delusions of grandeur. Because I'm just going to take over the Lego world. No. What I need to do is I want to finish off some of these more projects that you and I have got going on.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do your announcements, I also want to do something. But I don't know what that something is.
Oh.
You see, this is it. I have an idea going, I could put a video up on my channel to my 31 subscribers or 32 subscribers. If anyone subscribes to me today, please do. Link in description, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm like, no, I know everything on this channel is just live streams. And it's mainly because, I can edit a video, I can cut bits out of it, put bits where I need it to be, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But I can't do the wizard stuff that will get people the views, get people hooked, and wanna. I'm just like, yeah, here's my Lego stuff with the
I'm still waiting to see you in a dress.
Oh yeah, that would whatever.
You thought we'd forgotten.
I was hoping. But yeah, I need to do some proper videos, and don't know what to do it on because I've got so much in here. I might do it as a review on, I don't know, maybe the Dirt Farm or Joe's Monstrosity in the Corner.
I'll tell you what, no one's done yet. A review of my minifigures. I mean, they've left a review on Etsy, but no one's done like a showcase of those, whatever. Well, someone did like a little breakdown on Instagram, where they did like a free picture post.
Yeah, but that's Instagram, mate.
That's Instagram, yeah, different format.
I might be able to do something. I've got a load of transparent bricks I'm not using that I can use to make a platform.
Ooh.
I hear that's all the rage these days. Spinny things and stuff. No, yeah. Like I say, I've been thinking about doing stuff like that, but it's just finding the time to sit down and do it.
Yeah.
Clearing a space, setting it up. I mean, I'm only going to be using my phone because I don't have anything fancy, but it's better than nothing.
I've been using my phone for about a year now, and I've got DSLR, but I've been using the phone just because of the less setup time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because obviously you just whip it out and just go with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, mate. That's it.
I used to love doing my camera and doing sort of the more filmic type shots, but you also, with minifigures, I had a great lens for getting the detail, but to do it, you had to sort of go far back and then zoom in.
Yeah.
Or use the macro lenses then, which have a very shallow depth of field. The lens extenders. And it just got a bit much. With what I'm doing, I'm quite happy to do it on my phone. I'm not saying I'm not going to use my camera in the future. But I haven't done many review videos. When I have done, I've felt like the phone has been a perfectly fine way of recording them.
Okay, well, that's handy to know because I can work with my phone quite well. And
just all you do, don't get a laptop and walk around a Lego convention, okay? Because that
convention center with your laptop.
Yeah. And then hold it up to a glass case, and then we can see your browsing history on the other tab. Amateur hour.
It's when you can see your own reflection in the glass case. You go, "Oh, is that what I look like on the other side?"
Yeah.
So I'll probably you've given me an idea there. I might do something, especially if we don't end up doing anything tomorrow.
I know I might do a members only stream tomorrow. I kind of want to. It's just a case of whether I'll have the time to do it.
Yeah. Well, if you do a members only stream, please let me know. I'll be there.
Cool. Awesome.
Providing I'm knocked out, but yes, I'll be there. Or if I am out, I might just join from wherever I am on my phone.
Yeah, it's got to be better than a laptop.
Oh, don't want to be wandering around like this.
Yeah.
Trying to find the best signal. No, but so that's coming from. I'm going to be doing some stuff. You're going to be doing potentially doing a members only live stream tomorrow. There is stuff coming on the way, as Kragle said. We've got some couple of cool little projects and plans in the pipeline. More on those soon. And hopefully I'll have the bricks I need when they arrive from Malaysia to finish off the dirt farm, which will be really cool.
Yeah.
Which I'm most looking forward to. So, although I seem to have lost a bag of brown tiles, so I need to find where that's gone. Because otherwise my roof's not complete, but I can fix that. So, just want to say thank you everybody for joining. Joe, if you're out there or listening, thanks for giving us a tour of Mockfest in Boise. Spacetime, thanks for popping along, and same to Scott as well. Nice to see everybody. want to say thank you to Jacob Neely, Empire Knight, Pandemonious Panda, and Lady Sam B, all for watching as well. It's been a pleasure to speak with you all again. And I think that's it. I think that's probably the only stream in a while that you might get until I'm not working again. Which I think is probably looking like bank holiday weekend at the beginning of June. But don't say anything, Kragle, because my colleagues might be listening.
Oh.
So yeah, let's just say we'll see each other again soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.